Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Thank you and welcome to the weekly ride.
Hello. Hello. How are you?
How you been, TC?
I've been well. I've been well riding through life in this wonderful, mystical, magical journey.
That's right. Yes. We're back for another week of the weekly ride. Shout out to everybody in YouTube world watching us.
Thank you so much to all of our listeners and subscribers.
Yeah, hit the subscribe button on that YouTube app. Subscribe to the Weekly Ride podcast. You also can get in contact with us on Twitter at the Weekly Ride. You can email us as well at the Weekly Ride. It's the Weekly Ride.
The good old Gmail.
Yep. You can email us at, again, Weekly Ride on Gmail. It's the Weekly Ride podcast on YouTube. Weekly Ride on Facebook. And at Weekly Ride on Twitter.
There you go.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I got all that out correctly. Yep. We want people following the wrong folks.
Yeah, no, follow us. Follow us.
We do respond. We do hit back. You guys got any suggestions, anything you want to hear about us talk about, we definitely do listen and respond, and we'll try to get it on air.
Yeah, and every time we get a new subscriber, we're going to shout them out.
That's what's up.
So next week, we will gather all of the current subscribers and give you a very special
personal
shout out and about. Okay,
that's right.
Yes.
So your week been going fine though?
Yeah, my week has been going fine. I have to be honest. I am slightly miffed right now.
What you miffed about? What got you miffed? What's grinding your gears?
Yeah, the state of our public education system. Namely the vibrations inside of the classrooms. And the behavior, the uncouth and unruly behavior of these little
darlings. The children. Say the children.
Yeah, where are the children? Because they are not children anymore.
But listen, I do hear your plight. Now, we were talking off the air about some stuff that was going on, and when we were growing up, though, school definitely was a little worse. I know that they used to allow bullying.
You think it was worse?
I think so. We used to talk about people all the time. That now it's bullying. You can't really rank or go in on nobody.
The same thing goes on now.
I think it does, but I think they have a definition for it.
Yeah, so it has an official label.
Yeah, and you will get reprimanded if somebody go tell.
You will if somebody tells, but how many people are telling?
Nobody. Yeah. But that's a societal problem.
Right.
When people don't
now
tell.
Me, I'm telling.
Yeah, hey, you do something to me, I'm gonna tell.
Yeah, I'm telling. Like, that's crazy. Because even when an adult, I have a situation where an adult witnessed the aftermath of a student in her classroom being accosted. And the only thing she had to say, because not the student who was victimized didn't speak up, the perpetrator didn't speak up, of course. A bystander spoke up.
Right. And
the adult in the room, teacher, said, "Oh, y'all just leave him alone," because they're so used to it.
It was just kids being kids.
Like, come on, I'm over it.
Nah, I definitely understand.
Don't make me cuss, but I'm not gonna cuss.
Saved. I'm saved. But today we're gonna start the episode.
But otherwise, I'm great.
That's
Thank
good.
you so much for having me on your show.
No, this is yours. I'm just here for decoration. But today we're gonna be talking about we'll be touching on entertainment, sports, and the wild ride this week. I got some stuff I want to talk about on the Billboard charts. I think TC's gonna be touching base on Meghan Markle and the Prince, some stuff
with the
from last week.
Royals.
Right. So I guess we'll be back shortly. We'll come back with the entertainment section of the weekly ride right here
on the Weekly Ride podcast with TC Lewis
and Derek Farrell.
All right, welcome back to the Weekly Ride.
That's
Derek,
right.
let's get into entertainment.
All right.
So like you mentioned before the break, I'm going to give a little touchback on the Prince Harry and Meghan Markle situation here with the royal family.
The world's favorite couple.
Absolutely. Yes, the world's favorite couple. So much their favorite that
I like Barack and Michelle better. But go ahead. No, you cool.
Yeah.
I just want
Shout out to Michelle Obama because I am making it through 15 hours of her audiobook Becoming.
I want to read it. I
Yeah.
want to read the book. I don't
Yeah.
know if I can listen to it. But
Well,
is she doing the?
Yeah, it's her voice. So I think
maybe
that's what makes it fun.
I was about to say I might
Yeah.
want to listen to her voice.
Yeah,
She has a
yeah.
sultry voice.
Yes, that sultry, no nonsense tone.
Uh,
But yeah, it's a great read or listen as
Mhm.
well. So you can check that out. But yeah, our American royal family. So we jump into the British royal family. So
Uh-huh.
again, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle let the world know that they want to step back from
Jump ship.
royal responsibilities and live their lives independently, particularly financially independent from the British royal family. So
Right.
that means they would not take on any tax dollars from British citizens. But the Queen Elizabeth, Prince Harry's grandmother,
Right.
she said, you're going to be in or you're going to be out.
So you either with us or against us.
Right.
Get out or lay down.
So the update, that's right. So the update is they are, stripped of their titles. He's still a prince, but I don't
Only
think.
by name.
Yeah, I don't. The HRH, which stands for His and Her Royal Highness, His Royal Highness, Her Royal Highness. They are not allowed to use that.
Okay.
They have to pay back the nearly $4 million in tax money that was used to renovate their cottage that they live in, their house. Yeah, they have to pay that back.
$4.5 million to renovate a cottage.
Yeah.
I love.
just under $4 million.
Yeah, I was about to say, when you say cottage, it make it sound like it's a log cabin in the woods. I know it's something spectacular. It's $4.5 million. You can't make a log cabin look good with $4.5 million.
Right. How you gonna do that? These people just had a baby.
Cottages. But you know what? They want to do their own thing. They want to get their own money. They're gonna end up
You know
making
what it's like?
2 or 3 times.
It's like when you get, if you were a teenager, maybe you turn 18 and you think you're real grown.
I'm gonna show you how grown you is.
Yeah, that's what it's like. And your mama be like, "Oh, you grown? Okay."
So you don't need none of that.
Right.
You don't need that. No, you don't need to use my car no more.
Yep.
That's not yours.
Yep.
Don't be coming over here trying to give meals.
Yeah.
That's not for you no more.
Yeah.
Enjoy your life. Be good on your own.
Yeah.
Stand tall.
So Granny Liz was like, "Okay, you can't have a name. You're not gonna get the money, and you're gonna pay us back. And I'm not gonna put you in my family photo, display of my holiday video.
Our holiday videos, our pictures. We can't wear the matching sweaters with the queen.
Nope, no more.
I never liked them pictures anymore.
She doesn't even refer to them as Prince or Duke and Duchess. It's just Harry, Meghan, and Archie.
And that one baby. And that
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, that baby.
See, listen. So my thing is definitely, it's hard to deal with the old, what they're used to doing with the monarch, being traditional in Britain and sticking to their normals with this new age of, online, instant information. People want to stand on their own, not want to stand in the shadow of, the crown.
Right.
It's gonna be some weird waters that they're gonna navigate, and I salute Meghan and the Prince for doing this. This will affect the royal family for generations.
Yeah, for
obviously,
generations. But
they're not gonna be the first ones. Obviously, they're not the first ones to even probably try this, but.
Right.
How often do you get the opportunity or even have the gumption or gall to stand on your own?
Yeah, but I wonder, was Queen Elizabeth so hard on the situation because Meghan Markle is black? Because her grandson married a black woman.
I think it was a little bit of a surprise at first.
Yeah,
I think they were navigating those waters as best they could.
Right.
And then they came with this strong black woman. I don't want to be that. And that's what I remember we were touching on this last week. Mm-hmm. You have that innuendo that this black woman came in and changed Harry's mind and made him believe that he didn't want to do this, and he would have never wanted to do this on his own.
Right. No.
But you
he
have no
already
idea
did.
if he already felt
knew.
like that.
But we know he was such a raucous, like before he was married and in the army.
He always wanted to be to his
kicking
own
it,
drum. He always wanted to do his own thing.
I don't think he ever really wanted to be, in the position that he was in. But we're born into certain situations that people would give their left
hand,
middle finger for.
Anything. Yeah, but I was gonna say that he's obviously seen his father grow up. Prince Charles.
Right. And
waiting and clawing or wanting to be, king or next up, and all the, responsibilities he's had to deal with, that kind of stuff.
Right.
So he obviously was like, I don't want to do that. I'm the, the youngest. I'm cool. I don't do my own thing.
He just
I'm not even gonna never be king probably. So why would I care about any of that stuff? It's about 3 or 4 people got to go before I get to be the man.
Exactly. So, no, it's actually 7.
Wow.
7 people have to die before he's king.
And obviously, the queen ain't going nowhere no time soon. She's been around
she's so old. Yeah. Like her hair color caught up with her skin color a long time ago.
Man, she definitely looked like
but we digress.
Right. But, shout out to, Meghan and Prince. And
shout out to baby Archie, holding it down through all of this.
Archie's gonna be a different kind of dude. I already know he's gonna be a different dude.
And then that's another thing. I think that when you look, no matter what anybody says, a biracial woman mixed with black and white, you're black. So black woman with a white man, you have a black baby.
True.
So that is another reason I think. That they have no problem, just like, okay, bye.
Could y'all imagine that one day Archie could be king?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be crazy?
He probably he got way more hoops to jump through, don't he? His brother got kids?
Yeah.
So he probably you said it's 7 for him, it's going to probably be 25 for Archie to be king.
So anyway, moving on to
I wanted to talk about some Billboard news. So on my way in, I'm an avid Instagram user. Follow me, Derek For Real, DRICKFOUREAL, For Real, Derek For Real. So anyway, I was watching on Instagram and I happened to be scrolling and I seen this very sad looking video of Selena Gomez. She's like
poor girl.
It's like dark in the room and she just dropped an album and she's like in her shorts and sitting on her bed and she's like, oh my God, I just dropped my album. It's the most important album of my career, and I'm going neck and neck with an artist. He's a great artist. Didn't mention his name. Great artist. He's a great artist, and it's not about the money and it's not about sales, but you guys can go out there and stream my album or buy it. It is the most important album of my career, and I would like you to go do that. And the person she's actually talking about, who she is in competition with, is Roddy Ricch. Everybody, some people know who Roddy Ricch is. I was giving TC a little background on Roddy Ricch.
Who that is
Roddy Ricch? I had to give her a real rundown.
And this is how he described Roddy Ricch to me. He's like, yes, the guy who does that.
The name of the song is The Box. It's a mean song. I love the song. It makes me bounce. It make other people. I've definitely seen it change people's whole perspective on their evening. They hear Roddy Ricch song come on. It is a silly song, but I like Roddy Ricch. He's a great artist, new guy coming on the scene. I think this is his debut album. I'm not sure, but he's definitely already gold. He's already at gold.
Oh, amazing.
And again, he's competing with Selena Gomez. Mind you, I have never heard a Selena Gomez song in my life. I don't know any Selena Gomez songs, so she doesn't make music for me.
She doesn't.
Yeah, so I wouldn't know any of her songs. But it blew my mind that she had to get on Instagram to post a video to get her fans like, go get it. I need you guys to go ahead. Even though it's not about the money and the numbers, I want you to go do it. So if you want to, go stream some Roddy Ricch music. The Box is his single he got out now. I first heard of Roddy Ricch when he did the song with Nipsey Hussle with the racks in the middle. Hard song. I think that song really opened people's eyes to Roddy Ricch. And then he had the Ballin' song with DJ Mustard. I played that one for you
Yes.
earlier, where they cut the old music. I don't really wanna
Yeah,
go.
man.
I don't really
We're gonna have to
wanna
talk about
stay.
that in another installment of the entertainment round.
Right. Well, you know that most music come from somewhere else. It's hard for it to be original these days.
But they didn't even like take the same beat or
And
vibe.
go with
they
it,
just
right.
tacked on.
Bust it on the beat.
They did, and they busted it up.
Well, but I'm proud of Roddy. He's fighting Selena for the top spot on Billboard. So that's an amazing thing. Shout out Roddy.
Well,
Shout out Selena too, but
Yep.
I'm rooting for Roddy.
shout out to them. I'm gonna just be quiet. All right, thank you.
So
for...
when we come back, we're going into sports
Absolutely.
for sure.
We'll be
right here on
back.
the Weekly Ride.
Okay, so now we're doing sports. All right. Okay, welcome back.
Welcome back to the Weekly Ride with Derek for real.
And TC Lewis.
For sure.
I got caught up in the welcome back.
Ah,
Welcome back.
Welcome back. I'm with you.
Yeah.
We vibing.
Mhm.
So we about to go into the sports ride
Yes.
this week on the sports ride. I wanted to talk about Zion Williamson. His debut was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
He is the anointed new king of the NBA. He will be the poster child. He is here to replace LeBron James. These are all the things, the hype machine that's going on about him right now.
Mm-hmm.
But he debuted last night, first game. This is his first year in the NBA. He's been hurt with a torn meniscus in his right knee. First game back. Mind you, he's a very large human being. He's like 6'8".
Really?
265, 270 pounds. He's a very huge man, but can jump out the gym. Hops out of this world. So
Dang.
they were really concerned with his torn meniscus, what was going to happen to him. So they've been being very, precautious with him, doing everything they can, make sure he doesn't, beat his knees up before he even gets, because he's 19.
Oh, yeah, he's like a Shaq type of dude.
He's 19.
Wow.
That's baby fat on him. He ain't even gotten to his man body yet.
He's only 19
He's
years
19
old.
years old. Yeah, he can't even drink yet.
Man, he had no choice but to go into sports.
Yeah, pretty much. The boy is huge.
He
But
would have got lost out here in this Saha world.
yeah, he would have been out here shaking cats down. And
Yeah.
I can imagine I'm going to hire him as my bodyguard,
Yeah,
Zion.
I
Zion,
mean-
thump him in the forehead.
They tried, Jussie Smollett tried to frame this guy.
Yeah, that's who she should have said robbed him.
Right.
But so Zion, again, he debuted last night. They have him on a minutes restriction. He was the number 1 pick in the draft. They lost. They lost to the San Antonio Spurs, New Orleans Pelicans. It was 121 to
The good
117.
old Pelicans.
In his debut, the Pelicans are trying. They actually have our former GM, David Griffin. He is the
Okay.
GM down there in
Yeah.
New Orleans. So that's a cool thing. He
And-
definitely is trying to
Mm-hmm.
elongate and make sure this young man's career extends as far as it can. So right now they got him on like 20-minute restrictions. He started the game last night. He had like 4 turnovers. Was trying to do too much.
Turnovers?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not a sports person.
Turnovers are when you give the ball to the other team.
Yeah.
So he had a few of those. He was doing too much. By the second half, though,
Mhm.
settled in a little bit. And at one point in time in the fourth quarter, he scored 17 straight points.
Wow.
Mind you, he's known for dunking and being athletic, but he hit 4 for 4 from 3.
Yeah.
He was hitting 3-pointer shots. He's been working on his jump shot because he couldn't do much with his knees. Couldn't jump, couldn't
Right,
run, so he's been
yeah.
working on his shot.
Which is a problem, like we saw with Yao Ming. When you are that tall
When
and
you
big,
size, height, and weight
Mhm.
matters when you're putting all that pounding on the court. And
Yes.
it takes a toll. Those miles add up. So
they do.
I wish for Zion a great career. It was an amazing night. He ended the night with 22.7 rebounds and 3 assists.
Mm-hmm.
He was visibly upset. He got pulled from the game because he wanted to play, and they were winning when he was in the game.
Yeah.
Once he got pulled, they ended up losing the game. He was upset, but you got to think for the future,
Yeah,
not
he
today.
plays for the Pelicans, right?
Yes, he does.
You gonna pull out the main Pelican? He's the one with the biggest little droopy beak.
Yeah.
Not
so.
little, giant droopy beak that can hold. He just needs to go on the court and scoop up all the players in his Pelican beak pouch thing.
I like your analysis.
Yeah.
He will be the glue that makes this team go. Right now, they have been on a
What? You mean
winning
it's
streak.
not Lonzo Ball?
Lonzo's doing well. He's doing
Yeah.
well with this team. But the thing is, this team was built for Zion.
Okay.
So Zion coming in and doing what he's gonna do, he's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be. It's gonna be pretty good. I'm not sure if they're gonna be able to make ripples this year in the league, but get him healthy. You got a monster on your hands, Zion Williamson. Shout out Zion.
Yeah, speaking of healthy, oranges are healthy.
Oh my God, no, no,
Yes,
don't
they
do
are a
it.
healthy snack, and in order to access the healthful benefits of an orange, you need to simply peel it. You know, I peel an orange. I take a little bite. I make a little tooth mark.
Mhm.
You heard that? And then I take my thumb and I peel, stick it in the indentation, and I peel back, and I do that for the entire, you know,
Peeling
round.
process
I want to
of the
say
orange.
length, but that doesn't make sense with
Yeah.
an orange. But
Circumference.
yes, the entire circumference of the orange. And then I proceed to throw the peels in the trash. Well, just a few days ago,
Mm-hmm.
someone was at a basketball game where none other than LeBron James Jr. was playing, aka Bronny.
I think they were in Massachusetts,
Okay.
I believe, when this game occurred.
Yeah, and someone just decided, I'm not gonna throw these orange peels in the trash. I'm gonna throw them at that young black man.
Young Bronny.
Yes.
Oh my!
Yeah.
I didn't get the full story behind it, but I definitely heard about it. I hadn't heard. I haven't even heard LeBron's response to it, but you know, this is the scrutiny that will follow this young man throughout the rest of his career, regardless of what he does in life.
That's what they, meaning people in the Twitterverse, were saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I
They're
don't
like, you should
condone
just
it.
get used to it.
Yeah, I don't condone it. He hasn't done anything wrong. He's a kid. He's in the 9th grade again.
Yeah.
They are already like. I did hear them ask LeBron the other night if his son was drafted to the Knicks because he was playing in New York the next night, which was last night.
Mhm.
If would he think about signing with the Knicks if his son got drafted there? And he was like, "Dude, my son in the 9th grade. Like,
Yeah.
he's worried about his project that's due tomorrow. I don't have. I couldn't tell you. You asked me about something that's at least 4 years
Yeah.
away. So,
Maybe 6 if
So-
he decides to go to college.
but you got if the media is asking these questions, then obviously people are galvanized. They're gonna treat Bronny differently.
Mhm.
He is LeBron James' son.
Mhm.
He's talented. He's tall. He's a young man who's got
His name
his
is
whole
LeBron
world.
James.
Right. He's got his whole world ahead of him. So he is definitely this type of stuff. I will help him build a thicker skin for the real world because
Yeah. I mean,
no matter where you are in the world, you got to be prepared for this type of scrutiny in the world. As
Yeah.
Black Americans, you go out in the world, you get treated differently. It doesn't matter how much money in your bank account.
Mhm.
You will
Yeah.
feel something or some
You-
type of force that's against
That's
you.
right. You may experience having citrus trash thrown at you. And I was looking at Wendy Williams. She was talking about it on her show, and one of her people, I guess in their morning meeting, said, "Well, at least it wasn't a banana."
Oh, yeah, we would have
That
definitely
would be
a totally different conversation,
I would be
right?
cussing right now.
Oh man, that would.
But we're not gonna do that.
Don't do that. Don't speak it into existence. No,
Mm.
don't do it to him. We all here for Bronny. Bronny gonna be great one day. He surely can come to Cleveland and play here. We will love to have little LeBron James Jr. to play for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, come on back to the Cleveland, Akron area.
Throws the hammer down. Wouldn't it be a fitting end to LeBron's career to come back to Cleveland? One more
Yeah,
time
and be the new
play,
Austin Carr.
Play with his. He could play
Oh,
with his
okay.
son one more time, one
Yeah,
year,
one
and then
year.
he can retire and put his
Maybe
name
even
in the
just one
rafters.
game.
It wouldn't matter to me if it was
Yeah.
one game or one
But
year.
how old he will be? So in 5 years, you think LeBron James is still gonna be playing basketball?
In 5 years, mind you, me and LeBron James are the same age. So in 5 years, LeBron James will be 40 years old.
Yeah. How old is the oldest NBA player?
Currently, Vince Carter is playing, and he is 42, I believe. He has played in, I think they said 4 decades. He's the only player to have played in 4 decades.
Wait, and he's 42?
Yeah, so you got to understand he was drafted in the 90s. He's played in the
Oh, I see.
2000s.
4 decades. Not
The
40
2000s
years.
and
But that
10s,
is
yeah,
40
but
years.
it's decades. His career spanned it 4
Mm.
decades, which is an amazing thing. It's crazy. that-
Well, we gotta keep it moving.
Yeah, so, but thank you guys for going on the sports ride with us. When we come back, we'll be going on a wild ride. TC got something going on. I got a little something I want to rant and rave about. Stay with us. We'll talk to you in a sec.
Peace. Okay. All right, we are back. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Wild Ride.
It's the weekly ride, but we're definitely about to get into the wild ride, so
Yes.
it's okay, TC. You were close. We got to the end. You didn't do it. It's all right. I've been trying my best since we started not to do it. So.
Yes.
Welcome back to the weekly ride. We're about to get into this wild ride. TC, I think, is gonna start us off with our wild ride this week.
All right. Yeah. So the latest discovery for social media in the social media universe for me is this lady that eats food on camera with like pretty nails, and she's always eating seafood and cracking claws and dipping stuff and slurping stuff.
That's so terrible.
With interesting people. So at first I thought it was just an eating show. Like this lady, she sits and eats food with interesting people. And then I noticed, just as Derek has, that she eats a little sloppy. Like
it is the most ghetto, nasty looking thing I've ever saw in my life on camera.
But her hair is popped, makeup popped,
nails be
popped.
long, popped. She taking big jumbo shrimps and crab legs and busting them open and slurp.
Yes.
I'm like, oh my God, what is wrong with you?
I am talking about a lady called B Loves Life, and she actually makes a whole lot of money eating food on camera, doing something called mukbang.
Mukbang?
Yes, so mukbang is a Korean term.
Yeah, that's what I say.
That means, yeah, it means it's a live online audio-visual broadcast in which a host eats food while interacting with their audience, usually done through a webcast. Mukbang became popular in South Korea in 2010. Foods ranging from pizza to noodles are consumed in front of a camera for an online audience. And B Loves Life, she consumes mostly seafood boils, which is like a huge pile of like corn, potatoes, crab legs, maybe some oysters, some shrimp, or some
she
crawfish.
Be like, everybody at home that can see me, she have her fingers up in the air.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm like, oh my God, why?
B Loves Life, and I'm gonna find out her real name, but she became a millionaire.
Yeah,
for this.
One of my followers posts her a lot, and I'd be thinking about unfriending my follower a lot, but I just won't. I mean, I appreciate the other stuff they post, so I watch it, but I can't. I hurry up and skip past that. I can't. Watching her eat is the worst thing I've seen on video ever. For real, it's one of the worst things. I don't like seeing people eat, let alone hearing them eat. Is wild. And you were describing it to me earlier. What is it?
Because this phenomenon of entertainment is also called ASMR, which is an acronym that stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, where people hear different sounds and it gives them like this tingling sensation.
I get a tingling sensation.
Yeah.
Ain't that on the one candy commercial? I get a tingling sensation when like I'm going down the mountain.
Like search or
something. I think it was York.
York Peppermint Patties.
I didn't want to shout them out because I don't even like them. But I do know the commercial. That is...
Yeah, but mukbang is a form of ASMR where people sit in front of a camera, eat a bunch of food real sloppily and noisily, and make a bunch of money.
You know what? I'm gonna start just recording my family dinners.
Yeah, you can do that.
We're gonna every time we sit down for dinner, I'm just gonna put the camera up and let it follow us, and you can hear some of the wildest conversations you're gonna ever hear in your life.
You know what?
And I get to talk about Granny's greens that I'm just playing.
No, you're not. I'm about to executive produce this.
We gonna get it going though. We gotta get something because I want to make millions eating. I eat all the time. I used to go spend mad money on food and open up 3-4 boxes of, so I used to kick it real tough at night. Yeah, we used to kick
at
it.
Night.
We throw parties at night. We kick it.
Yeah.
So 2-3 o'clock in the morning, we go to, favorite eatery, something that's open. And I always end up spending $30-$40 on food for myself. Nobody else. I got 4 or 5 different, I got a corned beef, I got chicken fingers, I got mozzarella
Some
sticks.
Alfredo.
Give me a side of gyro meat. I got fries. I got all types of stuff you shouldn't be eating at
Yeah,
3,
all
4
the
o'clock in the morning.
meats.
Right. Yeah. So I'm eating all of this, and my friends be like, "Dude, what's wrong, man? You got a problem? You sad? You just eating to eat, or you know what I'm saying?" So that's how I kind of got to my plump levels. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, I kind of cut. I don't eat like that no more though. But
Mhm.
I definitely wouldn't. If somebody was paying me, I definitely would eat
Yeah, well, maybe
to
you
my heart's
can
content.
do it with like broth.
Broth.
Yeah, that's what I just came up with the idea. I'm gonna do a mukbang YouTube channel where I'm just
Sipping
slurping soups, various creamy, delicious, brothy
And
soups.
today on NPR we have
That's
clam
right.
chowder from the New England Raw.
That's right. That's gonna be me. I swear on everything. I'm about to do this for real, for real, for real. I'm about to be a
Oh, man.
millionaire.
So that is wild though that
It's gonna be like T loves life.
you making millions of dollars eating and somebody watching you video you eating. My wild ride of the week was my sister made me watch the Tyler Perry movie, the Fall from Grace
You
movie.
poor thing. I haven't even watched it, but I heard about it.
I'm not a Tyler Perry fan. I mean, not. Excuse me. Let me take that back. I'm not a Tyler Perry fan, as in the movies.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of him as the entrepreneur, the
Successful
businessman.
black man.
Yes, I am a fan of all of those things.
Yeah.
His movies are not made for me.
They're not.
Um,
They're not even made for me.
this movie definitely puts you in the mind frame of most Tyler Perry movies. He's killing me with his, I don't know who, his hair designer or budget
they have been
or makeup
clowning
artist.
him all over the internet.
So I'm watching it with my sister. My sister tells me the same makeup Cicely Tyson has on in the movie, Tyler Perry has on.
Oh
So
my goodness.
I'm like, y'all tripping. Listen, so
Shout out to Ashley Harris. Thank you for subscribing.
Ashley, that shout out. It was actually my sister Dawn who brought that up. I got a couple
Oh,
sisters,
okay.
but it's all right.
That's
Dawn
right.
was the one that made me watch the movie, but it's and then she watches the movie with me and blames me for watching it. Like, you made me watch it. I'm like, I didn't make you watch this movie. I am.
You did. It's your fault.
Yeah, I'll take the blame as I do for most other things that go wrong.
Yeah.
But again, the movie it's got its twists and turns. It took a long time to get it started. Social media is all over the place with it. They are definitely making fun of.
But there are people who absolutely hate it, and there are people who absolutely love it.
I actually, some of my followers I follow actually said this movie should have been dropped in a movie theater. That's how good they thought the movie was. Yeah, I don't agree, but again, everybody has their own opinion. I'm not bashing the movie at all because I know.
I'm talking like I actually saw it. I didn't see it.
But it has a purpose. It has a story. It has a plot. It you know what I'm saying. Obviously, Tyler Perry put it together, so it has its moments. I don't like. I'm happy he didn't sing. I'm not into the singing movies that Tyler Perry makes.
I mean, it's the subject matter. They call on it trauma porn. You know, that's his specialty.
Never heard of that term.
Black woman always in some kind of traumatic state of mind in a dramatic situation.